What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA and MLB plays in today's video. We went 2-1 yesterday, looking to go 3-0 in today's video. We've had a pretty good NBA playoffs so far, and in the NBA so far this year, we were over 89 units to profit, looking to stay cashing with some more winners tonight. We're going to get to these plays, but you guys hit the like go in yesterday's video, which is why we have 3 plays in today's video. Get this video here to 200 likes, and I will drop a third play tomorrow also. You guys have been crushing like goals as of late. Had to raise it a little bit for you guys. I think we hit the goal and get a third play tomorrow also. And while you're down there, you may as well subscribe. Before we get to these plays, don't miss out on joining the DubClub. You can join the DubClub right now for free in my description. There's a 3-day free trial linked down there, or you can join for the next month for $20 off, which is only $15 for your first month. In the DubClub, you get all of my plays sent straight to your phone. That includes plays for the NBA, the MLB, and you also get plays for the NHL because we have the playoffs going on right now also. It also gives you access to the Discord where you get a ton of different perks here. You get plays from my contributors in Asmi's, Emo, Prop the Props, and Elo here. Elo had a massive day yesterday in soccer, going 13 and 18. He also hooked 4 times, but he had a great day yesterday. You also get access to my Discord chats where we talk to me and other members. You also get my underdog streaks, as well as my PrizePicks correlation slips here. We've been catching at MLB. We're up about 6 units this year in the PrizePicks correlation tab here, giving you some of my best correlation slips here for the MLB, for example. But you get all of that included, and I haven't even talked about my performance yet. NBA, we are over 80 units of profit. NHL, over 50 units of profit. To put that into perspective, if you had $50 on each play, you'd be over $7,000 of profit this year between the NBA and the NHL. So don't miss out any longer. Go get that 3-day free trial in my description, or join for the next month for only $15. Both options are linked, available in my description. Now let's get to these free plays. Just make sure that you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. The most important thing though is having those notifications on. That way you get in before the designs get bumped to get removed. Let's get to these plays. The first play I like on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the points category, because tonight I like Derrick White over his points at 16.5. I think he's in a great spot for his points tonight with Jason Tatum potentially being out. He dropped 30 points in game 1. I don't see why he can't drop 17 here in game number 2. I will say, even though Jason Tatum is doubtful, I do still think there is a chance that he plays because of playoff BS and just things like that. So if it makes you feel more comfortable, you could wait for Jason Tatum to be ruled out. Just know that this line may bump like a point or two. But I do think he's in a great spot regardless, just to, of course, be an even better spot, of course, if Jason Tatum was to not play in this game. Because he just dropped 30 points last game, and that came in about 36 minutes. Regardless if Jason Tatum plays or not, we should be seeing at least 32 minutes. In games where he plays at least 32 minutes this year, he has been pretty damn good, over in 63%, as you see there. While this is a tough matchup on paper against Orlando, he's already proved he can get this one done, even in the playoff situation. It's not really any concern for me there. Boston are 10.5 point favorites, but as long as this game is not a complete blowout, we should still be seeing great minutes here from Derrick White. What's super important, though, too, is that if Jason Tatum is indeed ruled out, his usage usually goes to the roof. You see, his usage here has been at least 19% in every game this year, except for the first one, which was back in December against Detroit. Otherwise, in games this year where he has at least 19% usage, he has been absolutely dominant. He's been over this in 74% of games. And if you factor in games where he plays at least 32 minutes, then of course gets even better. He's over in 92% of games this year with at least 19% usage and 32 or more minutes. Makes a lot of sense to me here as why I like Derrick White over 16.5 points. By the way, last game he had about 29% usage. So all we need is 19 this time around for this good of a hit rate. I think it's pretty doable. Again, even if Tatum plays, but if Tatum doesn't play, man, this just looks so good to me. But it's really just not 100% here, although he is doubtful. Players who are doubtful tend to not play. But overall, in games this year without Jason Tatum, he's been over this in 75% of games. His misses were with 14 points against Detroit, and then 16 right here against Phoenix. He's even covered this in the past with 26 minutes, although it was a blowout situation against a shitty team. Last time played Orlando without Jason Tatum, he played about 40 minutes where he dropped 17 points, which came on about 5 for 12 shooting. So he didn't shoot the best in that game, but overall, still a solid performance from him where he was able to cover his line. So hoping that Derrick White stays hot here. All we need is 17 points. Don't need a 30 bomb from him again, but just 17 points, and I'll be happy here from Derrick White. Before we get to my next 2 plays in this video, if you're not already on DraftKings Pick 6, it is a newer app from DraftKings available in most states and 18 years and older. So if PrizePicks is in your state, there's a pretty good chance that DraftKings Pick 6 is also in your state. Make sure you use promo code DOMG when signing up because you get a play $5, get $50 instantly promo. You also get this Tyler Hero discount right now. He's discounted from 23.5 points down to 16.5. So nice little discount right now on the board right there. It's a pretty massive discount, about 7 points right there for Tyler Hero. he should be in a pretty good spot here to drop 17 points. They also have some really interesting categories on the board which are not available on other apps out there. Like you can play players to have 30 plus points, which are not available on other apps. And of course, it is reflected in the payout too. Like you get a 2.3x to your entry here if you had Jimmy Butler to drop 30 points, for example. They also have 10 plus assists, 40 plus PRA, 3-pointers made, of course, or 3 plus threes made, of course, also on the board. A lot of really, really awesome plays. They also, of course, have MLB on the board also, as well as all these other sports that you can see, even NASCAR. So if you want DraftKings Pick 6 for yourself, get it for yourself in my description, and be sure to use promo code DOMG. Let's get into the MLB here. We're going to head over to the MLB and talk about some plays here. The next play I like is going to be Marcell Ozuna over his fantasy score today on the PrizePicks board. DubClub was able to get Marcell Ozuna at 6 fantasy score. As soon as I started recording this video, he bumped to 7.5. So DubClub got some really nice value here on Marcell Ozuna, although I do still like him today. So I do also like his over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. If you want to be a little bit more riskier, you could take his over half a run on the board, but I do prefer the hits, runs, and RBIs. This game starts pretty soon, so the notification gang, you guys are going to get in on this one here. But Ozuna, I think, is in a pretty good spot. So Marcell Ozuna has had at least 2 hits, runs, and RBIs in 60% of games this year, which is about 12 out of 20. Against righties, over in 61%, and in wins this year, he's been pretty good, over in 7 out of 8. Wins versus righties over in 6 out of 7, and he did have a run in this game, which he ended up missing in. But you can see here he's in a pretty good spot against Miles Michaelis, who is a 300 batting average against and a 417 on base percentage in 12 plate appearances here. And you can see he's also pretty good against his pitch mix too. He's a 458 on base average, but against a slider drops down slightly to a 321, but against the fastball up to a 490, and the sinker a 661. So he's been pretty damn nasty against the fastball and the sinker, which he throws 23 and 20.4% of the time. So overall, I think Ozuna's in a pretty good spot to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs. Low spot for him today. I really wish he was still at 6 fantasy score on the PrizePicks board. That was a nasty bump that they gave out. I mean, that just absolutely kills that. I'm going to talk about another MLB play in this video here, but I do want to talk about some leans that I have for the NBA today. I do like Curry quite a bit today. I think he's in a pretty good spot to go over his points yet again. I'm not going to personally play that one, but it is a really, really strong lean for me. I also like if Tatum is not playing, I will like Porzingis a lot, but you really just want to wait for that Tatum news, especially if you're going to double down on the Boston Celtics, because you just really don't know 100% about Jason Tatum at the moment. I also don't mind the spot for Darius Garland either, especially for his threes mark being at 1.5 on the PrizePicks board for a Goblin. But those are just a couple of leans that I have right there for the NBA if you guys are wanting another NBA play. But the other MLB play I'm going to talk about here is going to be over in the strikeouts category, because I like Matthew Boyd to go over 3.5 strikeouts here on the PrizePicks board. If you're looking for a main score on PrizePicks, I don't mind the over 5 strikeouts or even the over 4.5 strikeouts if you're wanting a little bit of a better payout. But the 3.5 just looks really freaking good to me here. He's had 5, 5, 7, and 3 so far this year. The 3 came against the Padres, who are an extremely tough team to strike out, even against lefties here. And you can see how other lefties have been this year against the Dodgers. Extremely good. The guys that have missed this one are Tariq Skubal, which was actually a pretty surprising miss there. And you also have Shota Imanaga, who only threw 4 innings, which was in the opening day for them all the way in. I don't even remember where that game was. Japan, maybe? Maybe it was Tokyo. I don't even remember at this point. It was like over a month ago now. But anyways, all these other guys have been dominating the Dodgers for strikeouts. I mean, you have Matthew Boyd with 7 against them. Mackenzie Gore with 7. So I don't see why Matthew Boyd can't have 4 against them again here when he just had 7 not too long ago against them. Last year, he was also over in 10 out of 11 games. He fell in 4 a couple of times, but really is a pretty consistent player, having about 5 strikeouts. So, I mean, you can just tell why I like this one so much. I mean, the matchup's really good for him, too. He's proved he can get this one done in the past by dominating the 3.5 line with 7, even dominating the 4.5 line. But you also see how they are kind of matching up here in terms of strikeout percentage against his fastball here. You have like 66% right there for Barnes, 36% for Will Smith. And of course, it gets even worse here against a slider, which is more of a strikeout pitch. And the changeup here, they are relatively solid against, but you still have guys like Kike Hernandez with 33.3, Teoscar Hernandez with 25, and like Mookie Betts with 33% strikeout percentage. So there's a lot of guys that are pretty big K targets on this team. 4 is not too much to ask for, I don't think, for Matthew Boyd here. Even I don't think 5 is really too much to ask for Boyd. But I think 3.5 is just a really solid spot. If you're wanting a better payout, 4.5, or even hit the 5 on the PrizePicks board, but you are risking a push here at the 5 strikeout line. I'm not done with the free plays yet, but a couple reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. There's a 2-day free trial linked to my description. Actually, it's a 3-day free trial now. And there's also this offer linked to my description where you can get in right now for $15 for the next month. That is $20 cheaper than it would be at the end of the trial. So choose one of these offers in my description. Get access to all my plays. Get access to the Discord to talk to me and other members. get access to my underdog streaks, correlation slips, as well as getting some plays from my contributors also. If you like the tool that I use, you can get it for yourself in my description. It's called Outlier. I love this tool. You also can get the pro version, which offers a lot of plus EV stuff, as well as some arbitrage, some middle bets, some boosts. There's a really awesome stuff that are available from this tool. I really do recommend the pro version, but if you want the basic version, you can get what I used in this video here. But both options are available over on Outlier. Make sure to use that link in my description. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here can show off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, there's some plays that they like, which contains some value right now on CSGO, some League of Legends, some Valorant, some Call of Duty, even some MLB and some NBA value. And it's super easy to find a play that you like if your favorite play type is a 5-pick flex, you click on plus view plays, filter down to a 5-pick flex to help you find plays that fit into that play type in terms of expected value. But there's another tool from the same guy sold differently in my description called that ASF Generator. This tool is over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 13 slips on the board for apps like Underdog and PrizePicks. Right now on PrizePicks, they like the 6-pick flex, which contains some value right now on Steven Adams PRA, SGA under PRA. You also have some value right now on like the League of Legends or the MLB. Has a profit margin right now of about 6.55%. If you want to put into PrizePicks, it is super easy to do. Click on Bet on PrizePicks and it puts it into PrizePicks for you just like that. These tools are awesome. If you want the first tool I talked about, that's called the Fantasy Bundle, get it for yourself in my description and make sure to use promo code DOMG. The second tool I talked about, the Slip Generator, is also sold, but just click on the Slip Generator this time and then scroll down and be sure to use promo code DOMG yet again. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Best of luck. If you want to submit over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on your screen right now.